viewers, UPSC dreams. In our previous video, we discussed about NIA. Now, in this video, we are going to discuss about SHARC, South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. In our video, we are going to discuss all these points related to SHARC, which include members of SHARC, principles, area of cooperation, objectives, her structure, her specialized body, her achievement, and last and very important point, her significance for India. We begin our discussion with some basic information about the SHARC. So SHARC was established by signing a charter, which is called SHARC Charter. The SHARC Charter was signed in Dhaka. Now you must know where is Dhaka. So Dhaka is a place which is located in Bangladesh. The charter was signed on 8 December 1985. The first idea rise of regional cooperation in South Asia was in November 1980. Her headquarters and secretariat is located at Kathmandu in Nepal. Members of SHARC. So SHARC has 8 members countries, which include Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, Maldives, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh. It is very important that you must know that Afghanistan is not the founding member of the SHARC. He became the member of the SHARC at 13th Annual Summit in 2005. So this is all about the members country. Now we move towards the observer country of the SHARC. So these all are the observer country of the SHARC, which include Australia, China, European Union, Iran, Japan, Republic of Korea, Mauritius, Myanmar, United States of America. Now the principle of SHARC. So the first principle of SHARC is sovereign equality. Now what is this? So it is a concept in which the one state has the same legal right as the other state in the international law. Okay. Now the next principle is territorial integrity. Now what is territorial integrity? So it is the principle that prohibits the state for use the force against the other state. Now our third principle is political independence. Then after comes non-interference in the internal affair of the other country and the mutual benefit. Now we move towards our next point. Our next point is area of cooperation. So the area of cooperation of the SHARC is human resource development and tourism, agriculture and rural development, environment, natural disaster and biotechnology, economics and trade and finance, social affairs, information and poverty alleviation, energy, transport, science and technology, education, security and culture and the other things. All these are the area of cooperation between the SHARC countries. Our next point is objectives of the SHARC. So the first objective of the SHARC is to promote the welfare of the people of the Asia, South Asia, to accelerate economic growth, to promote and strengthen collective self-reliance among the countries of South Asia, to contribute to mutual trust, to strengthen cooperation with other development countries too. So these are the objectives of the SHARC. Now the next point is structure of the SHARC. So the SHARC constitutes council. Council is the apex policy making body which is responsible for making policy. Then comes Council of Ministers. Council of Ministers comprise the foreign minister which meet generally 2 times annually. Standing Committee. So Standing Committee comprise Foreign Secretariat of the members countries. Programming Committee. It comprises the senior officer of the member government. Technical Committee. It consists of representatives of members' nation. Secretariat. Secretariat is headed by the Secretary General who is appointed by the Council of Ministers. SHARC specialized body. So SHARC has 4 specialized body. The first one is SHARC Arbitration Council, which is located in Pakistan. The next body is SHARC Development Fund, which is located in Bhutan. Then South Asia University, which is located in India. The last one is South Asian Regional Standard Organization, which is located in Dhaka. SHARC achievement. The first achievement is that it introduced free trade area which increased the internal trade between the SHARC countries. Thereafter, South Asia Preferential Trading Agreement which promote trade amongst the member country, and it come into effect in 1995. Then comes a South Asian Free Trade Agreement. Thereafter, SHARC Agreement on Trade in Service. Then SHARC University, which is located in India. So these are the achievements of the SHARC. Now we move towards the another point. Last and very important point for India, the significance of SHARC for India. The first point is neighborhood first. As you know, India is following neighborhood policy, and the SHARC consider the country which are the neighbors of the country, neighbors of India. So it is become very important for the India. Now the second point is geostatical significance. That means that it become easy for India to counter China OBOR initiative through engineering Nepal, Bhutan, the Maldives and the Sri Lanka in the development process and economic cooperation. The third point is regional stability. So SHARC can help in creation of mutual trust and peace within the region. Global leadership. So it offers the India a platform to showcase its leadership. Now why this happen? I show you with the help of map. So here is all the member country, and if you able to see that India is the only country who have the largest area and even the largest population. That's why the SHARC give her platform to form a leadership image in the world. Now last and important point, it is a game changer for India Act East policy by linking South Asian economics with Southeast Asian. So this is all about related to the SHARC. I tried to cover all the important points related to SHARC. I hope you will enjoy this session and like this. Thank you for watching it.